yeah. You say so. Yo, I hope we having technical difficulties. I hope everybody can hear us. Zoe, can y'all hear us? Can you hear us? Ooh, panicking now. And you say, yeah. Oh, that's just saying this went live. So please give us a thumbs up if y'all can hear us. Right click so we can get this started. We got 7 people in the chat right now. If y'all can hear us, please just give me a thumbs up and we can get this popping. I'll start my phone. Okay. Yeah, we're waiting for Khalees. We're waiting for Assad. Oh, Khalees is in the building. Khalees, can you hear us, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
That's crazy.
Everybody said they can hear us, but they can't hear you.
Zoe, do you hear? Okay.
So
I'll come back.
Please try to. It's not the mic. It's not the mic. It's not my mic, man. It's not my mic. But until we get this fixed, y'all, we have a really good podcast. We're waiting for Assad. Assad has a meeting at it's over at like 9 o'clock, and he'll be tuning in. Of course, Khalees will be tuning in also. So meanwhile, Big Spook, not SP but SB. What is this? It's Spooder. I was calling you. I don't know. I was calling you Sputter. Sputter. He was Big Sputter. So until we get everybody on and get everything together, what's been going on with you, man, the last couple of days? Well, since last Sunday.
Last Sunday, what's been going on?
That's what you've been going on, though. What you been doing?
Kicking it, you know what I'm saying?
Keeping me out the house.
Yeah, bachelor style.
Not you. No. Not on me. I'm not no bachelor. See this right here?
Just me. Just me.
Red, he talking for himself.
I'm just speaking for myself. Hello, South African Americans. What it do?
What's up? Everybody in the house, y'all. This is gonna be fun. And I figured out. Well, go ahead. Get finished saying what you was doing. Like, let me know.
I was good. I can't right now.
Okay.
I've been drinking too much.
Okay. You managed your phone back. No. So let me tell y'all what I've been doing since last Sunday. I've been in the streets.
Best.
I was in the streets. You know, Red left 3 days ago. I missed my wife. I've been in the streets. The weather was bad the last 2 days, so you know we was chilling. But before that, we've been to Soweto 2 or 3 times. We've been to Fort Wayne Mall. What else we do?
Onions.
Yeah, to Soweto. We were supposed to go see Black Coffee in Soweto, but the weather was bad, so we didn't do that.
Yo, speaking of the weather, the loudest, was it thunder?
Thunder. Like
The loudest thunder and lightning I ever heard in my life. I damn near jumped on stage.
Yeah. No. You ain't jump on Stacey. You ain't jump on Stacey. No, we're not playing them kind of games.
I was so motherfucking scared. I was so scared. But that's the loudest thunder I ever heard in my life. But this is Africa.
But make sure you clarify, you did not almost nowhere near jump on Stacey.
I was gonna jump that big nigga.
Pause.
No homo.
So
I hope y'all can hear me too.
yeah, no one's saying anything. So what? Sandra said what?
I'm faded in and out. Speak closer to the mic.
Okay. We'll try, y'all. Y'all know the brains is not here, so that's why we have these technical difficulties. But we want to talk, so we had to get on and figure it out. But this is what today's podcast is going to be about: Black culture. Our last podcast we had on last Sunday past, it turned into a debate about who was better between like hip hop artists and who was better between like comedians and actors. So I decided to talk about that today. And if anybody want to join, please let me know. I can put the link in the chats. I'm hoping Khalees and Doc can get on because that's two other perspectives on the questions that I'm going to ask. So, but for now, Ron, he's from St. Louis. So I didn't expect this one, but you like R&B.
Yeah, boy.
So my very first question, I had another question if everybody else is going to be on, but being that it's just me and you right now, I'm going to make this one a little bit easier. Okay?
Sure.
So you're from St. Louis.
East.
I'm sorry, East St. Louis. Who is the best between and again, if anybody want to chime in, please. Who is the best between T.I. and Lil Wayne? There we go. I'm starting with the smoke. Who's the best? Anybody in the chats, please join in.
I say Lil Wayne.
Why?
As far as lyrics, Lil Wayne got a lot of metaphors. He put metaphors together like really good.
I agree with that.
And T.I. Cole, don't get me wrong. You just gotta be into that southern slow style of rap.
Well, I mean, Wayne is from Southern.
You don't rap slow like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then Cash Money, man. Just Cash Money. That's all I gotta say. Just Cash Money. Lil Wayne. The Keisha song, got an early call from Keisha. Keisha wanted me to meet her.
Listen, you know some lyrics.
Yeah, I used to get down with it. I used to get down with it. T.I. versus Lil Wayne is the #1 debate. Lil Wayne is in the league of his own greatness. See?
My favorite, honestly, T.I. is one of my all-time favorites. For real, ever since trap music, ever since I'm Serious. When he was like 16, like 17 years old. Even though Wayne been rapping since he's been 14, I understand that. That's what you was going to say.
Right.
But my man, pause, is T.I. To me, hands down. When he did that song "Swagger Like Us" with T.I., Wayne, Jay-Z, and Kanye, T.I. had the best verse.
Look who you said was on
I said all greats. Everybody I said is great. Everybody I said just now is arguably top 15 in rap ever. Arguably. And I'm going with T.I. as far as who's better between T.I. and Wayne.
Wayne said the best rapper alive.
Wayne actually said the best rapper alive is Jay-Z. You said that before. I mean, to me, that's my best rapper ever, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z is my favorite.
See, now that's why we be bumping head, because I'm a Nas fan.
And I'm fine with Nas too, though. If you say Nas, I'm fine with that. But I'm going with Jay. I'm going with T.I. I'm going with T.I. all day, every day. And 3 times on Sunday. And no discredit to Lil Wayne at all, because I know he's great. Even Jay even said it, give it to the mixtape Weezy. His mixtapes are better than his albums.
Yeah.
I'm going with T.I.
Weezy doesn't write his music.
That's true too. Not all of it.
He gets in the studio and shoots straight from the head.
Yeah, and then some of the people write his stuff too, what we was told. We don't have any proof of that, but it was said that he doesn't write all of his music. And me being from the East Coast and from the era where I'm from, writing your own music is a must. It's a must. So you can't be considered the greatest Drake if you don't write your own music. You can't be. You can't be. So we finished with some things. You got more smoke.
You can be a good performer.
You can be a good artist, but you can't be one of the best rappers of all time if you don't write your own music.
Good performer.
Yeah. Check A$AP Rapper Court. Yo, Stogie is my favorite essay rapper. I said that last week on the podcast. Stogie's my number 1. You want more smoke?
I checked out Nasty C. He type I was already listening to Nasty C and didn't even know it. Actually, I have one of his songs on my playlist, and I didn't even know that was Nasty C. So I do deal with him.
Yeah, he would probably say, Khalees, can you hear me? Please say you can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Khalees is still no good.
That's crazy.
What's up with this, man?
Yo.
I know Khalees got some input, but yeah, Hassan
Yeah,
would
I don't know
definitely
what's
say
going on.
Weezy because, you know, Hassan don't know no better sometimes. Yo, the doctor can't always be right.
That's
We need
hilarious.
some home remedies.
I'm done.
Hey, yo, man, I don't know what's going on. And then this one out.
All right, it is what it is.
Oh
I'll
my God, this
I'll
is
be back.
horrible today, y'all. It's the load shedding. I'm tempted
It
to
must
just go
be.
with the computer, but then the picture's not gonna be good because the side got my webcam.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we can't even hear it.
Hold on one second.
Man. Oh yeah. So can we hear you on the other?
How about
See
now,
if
Khalees?
I can hear you still. Can you hear me?
I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I gotta go back to this one here now.
I'll come in the
Can't
comments.
go
Go
back
back
to
to
that.
that because
Who was that?
that's this one right here.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Hold on. I think I might know what it is. Khalees?
Get my other. Yes.
We can hear you.
Oh my God. What happened? What
I don't know, man. Red is not here. That's what happened. Red is not here. That's what happened. Red isn't
Nah,
here.
for you. Zoe is my IT support too, so I
I
just.
feel you, man.
They pinky in the brain. They keep saying me and him pinky in the brain.
Yo,
That's him in red.
so I need you to
Red,
chime
yeah.
in. I need you to chime on this one. Lil Wayne
What up?
or T.I.?
Lil Wayne or
Who's
Ti?
the best? Lil Wayne or T.I.?
Lil Wayne. Yeah, Ti is great. You know, I think he's great. And he's done an amazing job with getting his family the show and in movies. I loved him in what was that, Takers? But if we're talking about discography, Lil Wayne has a more consistent, legendary discography. I would say T.I.'s first two albums were probably his greatest, but if he dropped today, you swear Khalees is using Cell C. What the hell? What? Maybe I'm using Telcom. But yeah, I would say, yeah, Wayne takes the cake. What do y'all think? I didn't hear your answers.
Oh, okay. He said Wayne. I said T.I.
Okay. Why
I'm
T.I.?
a big Tip fan, man. Ever since I'm serious, man. Big Tip fan. Yeah. And he got a bunch of both of them got a bunch of good crossover albums with R&B artists, and you know, and I made the example that Swagger Like Us with Wayne, Jay, and Kanye. T.I. arguably had the best verse.
That joke was a banger.
Now we get him in. Now he frozen.
Lagging for you too?
No, you just froze.
Okay. I don't know what's going on because my service is good. I have good Wi-Fi. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm rolling with T.I., man. That's been my guy for years, man.
Oh my God.
You still messing up over there?
Yeah, it's still messing up. Let me turn my camera off real quick and let me try to reset the Wi-Fi. Hold up. Go on, y'all. Y'all keep doing it.
Okay, so y'all, while the Lil Wayne fan is messing up, let's see if we can get another debate going on here between a couple artists. Y'all, when I tell y'all I got some good ones here, and I want you guys to chime in, man. Please chime in. Please chime in. So, being that this guy here is R&B all day, I'm really questioning his rap knowledge. He's R&B. I got one for you.
I don't know rap that good.
Okay, I got one for you. Ready for it?
Go ahead.
Teddy P and Marvin Gaye. Woo! Going for the juggler, y'all. Teddy P of Marvin Gaye.
So far as seducing women, I gotta go with Teddy P all day. But as far as the impact that he had on the world with his music, you gotta go with Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, but me personally, seduction, that's me. I'm gonna roll with what get me turn off the lights, click. Yeah, Teddy P.
Can do.
Teddy
Oh
P.
man.
Teddy P.
Y'all, I need Assad and I need Assad, I need Zoe, I need Doc, Nikki, and Carla. This one right here is gonna be a great one, y'all. Who was Teddy C? TC.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Who's TC?
I don't know. TC is the GOAT.
Who's TC, Jay? Who's TC? I don't know who TC is. So are we finished? This is why we need everybody on, y'all. I was playing South African hip hop music in my car, and my co-worker was surprised that it was a talent in South Africa.
It's a lot of talent here.
I mean, you got to understand, man. Us, even including us, some months back, we was brainwashed, man. You know, we didn't know SA had all this talent. Later, let's not even say SA. We didn't know that Africa had all this talent. You know what I'm saying? Because Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa have talent out the ass, man. It's ridiculous. You know, and then the more we go out, you know, we see people, we meet people, we have these conversations, and it's crazy. Woo! Joy, I'll bring that one later, Joy.
Yeah.
I'll bring that one in later because I got some heavy hitters in my book right here. I got some heavy hitters.
Oh,
Yo.
Came back like, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
You look like you was right here.
Yeah. Yo,
Damn.
Teddy P of Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Oh.
That was easy for you. That was easy.
Only because I get, only because people would tell me I look like him with my beanie.
I was just about to say that.
but he's a legend, man. I love Marvin
Both
Gaye.
the legends.
Yeah, both are legends. Just from my household, we was more Marvin growing up. Yeah.
That was that Sunday music when you was cleaning up the house with mom and dad. Well, not dad. Cleaning the house up with mom. My dad was out in the streets.
You know my
mom
life,
was
right?
cleaning the house up.
But what about when you trying to?
My daddy was a Rolling Stone.
Set the mood.
When you trying to set the mood, is you about to play some Marvin Gaye?
You about to turn out.
You know what?
That's what you're gonna play.
That's right. That's what you're gonna play.
No, that's when I played Gerald Levert. Your daddy.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
For real.
But
I don't have Gerald in my books right here, but
You got my dad in
I
your
got some
book.
good ones though. I got some good ones though, man.
This nigga ain't got my daddy in
Don't
his
worry.
book.
Listen, like I was saying earlier, Khalees, from our last podcast on last Sunday, after we finished our topics, it turned into music, it turned into movies, it turned in, comic, who's this, who's that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, let's add that because these guys love our culture, they love our music. So let's add that a little bit to what we got to talk about and make it more personal. What you going to say?
See,
absolutely.
Sandra's got a voice. She say, now you speaking my language, Marvin, because he wrote different kinds of music in different decades. What's going on? The classic Wake Up Call.
Yes, it is.
That's what I'm saying. That Teddy P one, you know what I'm saying? Teddy P was trying to get the draws. Nigga Marvin was trying to wake niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Different directions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all day Teddy P.
Okay.
Try to get the draws.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Okay, so you know what? We just spoke on two all-time great guys. Let's talk about two all-time great females.
Yeah.
Patty and Aretha Franklin.
I don't like
that's
Aretha
top
Franklin.
2.
You're
We're
bugging.
talking all time.
He don't like Aretha Franklin. He bugging.
I mean,
Never liked her.
What do you think, Felice?
That's hard for me. If we're talking all time, because I would go like to this generation, which would be like SZA, whoever. But if we're talking all time, Whitney Houston and
I got one for you then. I got one
Jennifer.
for you then. Since you don't want to answer that question, this wasn't on my books. So since you want to bring in Whitney, let's go Whitney and Janet Jackson.
Whitney or Janet Jackson? Woo. Vocally?
Well, vocally, Whitney got it.
I was
Yeah,
Whitney got
Whitney
that
got
vocally.
it. Yeah.
But I think as far as hits, I don't know.
Janet got them hits.
Janet got them bangers.
Yeah. Damn. I'm gonna go Whitney. I'm gonna stick with Whitney. I'm gonna stick with Whitney on that one.
It seems like Zoe want to get on here, man. So tell Zoe to jump on in here.
Yeah, Zoe, hop on in.
Come on in here, Zoe.
Sandra's got voice. Thank you. Ronnie does got a voice. I appreciate it. One day y'all gonna be talking about
Ronnie.
me. Oh no, that nigga Ronnie, man. He got that burner that's like, yeah, y'all one day.
Yeah. When you doing your song with Nasty C and Burna Boy.
Right, yeah, bro.
Yo, I got one that
I'm a piano joint.
Let's go.
I don't know if I should save this one for when Assad get on, but I would love for Zoe to jump on here and talk about this one, because this next one is two all-time great pop legends.
Okay.
And if she want to jump on and talk about this one, that would be great.
I know.
So I'm gonna go ahead and she said she's working.
Yeah, I'm about to say she working in the back. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one to when Assad get in here. How about Scarface and Ice Cube though? How about Scarface and Ice Cube?
Ice Cube, yeah. Yeah.
No, y'all must have know about Scarface then.
You had to be like the South nigga that really like Scarface to look at not his popular songs, but to go into his EPs and stuff.
You guys talk when you talk about Scarface, you gotta talk about Ghetto Boys also though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Ghetto Boys were legendary.
What other joints you knew by Ghetto Boys besides the hit that they made?
Everything was hits. I guess it was more so.
My mind playing tricks on me. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's the only one you know.
Yeah, that's the only one I
Yeah,
know.
I'm gonna have to share. I'm gonna have to share some stuff with you guys, man, because y'all kind of lost in the sauce a little bit.
Yeah, that was some down south stuff.
What, lost in the sauce?
No.
Oh man,
yeah.
So my other one I need a Assad in here. I'm gonna go back to this one. I'm gonna go back to that.
Hey, Sandra, I'm saying they ain't gonna let me shine on here, man. I'm gonna take all the light and glory. It's just gonna be all.
What's Sandra say?
Hey, shout to Ronnie. Shout out to Ronnie having fans already. He got the ladies going crazy in the building.
He might have the guys too. I don't know.
You might have the guys.
Hey, well, I knew it was
You and that damn
person.
He won't let that.
I knew it was coming.
He won't let the satchel go. Look, I'm about to wear mine.
A man purse, not a satchel, a man purse.
I'm about to wear mine and supporting you, Ronnie.
I'm not gonna be here.
When his birthday comes,
I'm not gonna be here.
You'll have it in the mail.
Yo,
when is your birthday?
Joy, May 31st, end of the month, baby. Gemini all day. Gemini all day.
It all makes sense now.
Please tell him.
It all makes sense now.
Gemini all day. Yo, Joy said Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer.
Oh Lord.
Hey yo,
MC Hammer was really from the streets. People think.
I was going to say MC Hammer was a real gangster.
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing that dancing stuff.
But he was a gangster for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. And him and Pac were friends. Him and Pac were really close. You'd have to kill me before you made me choose Whitney. Not Clantis.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, yo.
Right.
They got hits, man.
That wasn't even a competition.
I don't know about that. Y'all don't understand. Scott.
Yeah, I mean, I understand his status in the South. To be honest, that era, I didn't pay much attention to in the South, unless it was Outkast. But he's before Outkast. I don't know. I was on New York. I was more New York and West Coast. I was
How many
listening to
times? How many
Nas.
times you done heard Scarface kill one of them East Coast guys in a rap though in the verse?
Never.
You never heard that?
No.
Bro, if you wasn't
I
from the
heard-
South listening to them like that, they wasn't popping like that only on that one joint.
Yeah, all I know is that I think he wrote a verse for Jay. Then Scar first wrote. It was something legendary that he did, and he wrote for somebody that was like, I want to say it's Jay.
Nah, I doubt that.
Somebody Google. I don't got my second
No,
phone.
they got plenty of songs together, but I'm pretty sure he ain't writing no track for Jay though.
He wrote
Luther
like
Vandross, George Benson, Lionel Richie, OJ's, Barry White. Why y'all competing Tamia in this, y'all?
They love Tamia.
Tamia is not even in our top 150.
That's because Doc Nikki likes Tamia.
Yeah. Brian McKnight. Maxwell is my guy. Watch them every Sunday on Metro FM, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. You got to roll?
You know, this isn't as entertaining, but I do want to ask the people in the comments what they think about bricks. Because I keep seeing we talk about a lot of fun stuff, but it's a lot of stuff going on in South Africa, affecting South Africa, and I want to hear what they have to say about it. So if y'all
okay, so let's do it this way until Ronnie get back and until Assad jump on, because I don't know too much about it. So if anybody in the chats want to kick some knowledge about what y'all thoughts is about bricks and what's been going on, please, I'm gonna put the link in the chats if I can find it. Okay, right here. Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been seeing but basically bricks is supposed to compete with the dollar, right?
Yeah.
And it is let's see. I think it's Saudi Arabia. Oh wow. They just added Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Egypt. But I was thinking as far as us using dollars coming there, how that's gonna translate. And if anybody is informed in the comments, shout it out. Let us know your thoughts on it.
Yeah, please do, because I have no knowledge. Red and Assad would definitely probably have a little bit. But meanwhile, until someone's willing to let us know what's up.
Oh wow, okay.
Stacy, you don't want to play with Manzini people about Tamia. There's huge history there. I've heard that before. I've heard that, but I've never heard what the history is, though.
Why do y'all love Tamia so much? What is it about South Africa? Because Tamia, to us, she had like 2 big hits, but she wasn't like a legendary
global legendary at all.
Yeah,
so someone please tell us about Tamia and King of Kings. Kim is my guy too. Me and my wife seen Kim perform a few times. He's my guy. Okay, hold on. Let me get to this first.
Will John. Okay, he's talking.
Brick has 24 other countries waiting to join as well. That's not telling us too much, though. I think there will be more letters to it. Okay, so until someone's willing to let us know about Tamia and the history with South Africa, I don't want to be on your live, LOL. I've been following it, and it's about time that we have a challenging competition. The West brought this upon themselves with the racism and it led to now. I don't understand what you mean. You don't want to be on live, LOL, but I've been following it, and it's about time that we have a challenging competition. Well, I think Will is from the States, I mean, if you want to have a challenging competition, you got to be on board to jump on and present it.
That's a fact.
Well, so I don't
That's
know,
a fact.
man. Yeah. And he didn't even say a question. You know what I'm saying? He just said he want to have a challenging competition. Will, please explain
Yeah.
more. Zoe said, look at the link which I shared.
Well, we can't look at what we. It's
Okay.
going to take a little bit of time for the U.S. dollar to be phased out.
BRICS is like G7, but emerging markets. Zoe that's working said it's going to take a little bit of time for U.S. dollar to be phased out. Yeah, we know it's not an overnight process.
Yeah, I know it is supposed to empower them, and they did. South Africa printed out some new currency too. Like they have all new bills, and I don't know if that's in correlation to this, but I do know the ultimate goal is for it to empower their currency, because the dollar tends to, how our government works, they are able to take advantage with that, and other countries lose out. But I agree that I don't think it'll ever be completely eliminated, but we will be moving more towards a digital currency. And that's what we've been seeing. I mean, like just cashless. And we've seen that in Kenya. A couple other places have adapted to that. And if anything, that'll be something that'll be a more immediate effect, especially with crypto and how that correlates to the stock market.
Well, my personal thing is those pink people in the States is not going to just roll over and let this happen. You know, they're not going to give up power. They're not going to give up, because that's generational wealth, generational power.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be a war. I think, in my opinion, it'll be a war before they just say, you know what, we want to do whatever Russia, China, whoever want to do. It ain't gonna go down just like that.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. And I may be wrong, but you know, me being from the States, I've been dealing with those people for a very long time. And they're not gonna just roll over like that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know. So okay, my bad. Right here, it says, I don't think US dollar is ever going to be top. Literally, no one wants to trade in any currency but the US. Some people save their money in US dollars. BRICS can go ahead and do its thing. Okay, do its thing. I agree. The words are only, this is the guy that said he wanted to challenge in competition. Will, words are only limited. So I can't say much, my brother. Hey, Will, shoot me an email so we might can discuss this and I can understand where you're coming from. You know, because I'm totally lost on that one, Will. And I thank you from this. I think he's in the States because he said he was riding around listening to piano music with some brothers in the States, and they was like, "What the F?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so, he comes on here a lot. He's one of your Okay.
Yeah. Uncle Reggie, my thoughts would not have to all your my thoughts would not be to have all your assets tied into US dollars, as the banks in the US are collapsing almost weekly. You would want to diversify in precious metals, crypto, and real estates. Thanks, Uncle Reggie. Zoe, probably not in our lifetime. Yeah. We was talking about some other stuff today, and we said it wasn't going to happen in our lifetime. But we'll talk about that on our podcast tomorrow. I say watch Peter Zenham on the US dollar.
So we can get back to the music, but before that, in our lifetime, do you think we'll see like where South Africa will have a lot of like a great migration of Black Americans to the point where it's not even like a thing anymore? It's like you just more people are blended in over there. Do you think we'll see that, or do you think people would take longer to adapt to like move into Africa?
So you're saying basically in the next 50 years?
In the next 50 years. Well, let's say the next 20. Let's go like short, you know what I mean? Life is short.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's say in the next 20.
Well, what I can say is this. We get emails about people relocating and wanting information. And I'm pretty sure Assad get that, and he said he got a couple. I'm pretty sure you get some.
We get a lot, yeah.
And there's other people that get it. So I can see a large number of Americans moving this way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if people will be moving that way full time, like we are trying to do.
Yeah.
Because like when I go back in 2 weeks or whatever, and I come back with my visa, I have no desire to go back to the States.
I feel you.
I'm going to use my 4-year visa for 4 years. I don't.
I'm maxing this out.
Yeah, I have no desire to go back. You know, and I don't know how many people want to, think like I think, but maybe, man, you never know, because people are waking up.
It's prophecy.
No, I feel the same way. I think that if it does happen, that's going to change things, because I saw that with Ghana, where it's like whole communities of African Americans, and where the money used to be worth more, it kind of raises it a little bit because more people are able to pay that higher price. They know more people are coming with dollars. That affects the price. But yeah, I feel like you with South Africa, I could go and I hope to never come back. I'm not there yet, so that may take a couple of trips. And we're scheduling something for the South African Embassy here in LA to figure out some things when it comes to that. But yeah, I would love to have one that was 4-year. And I think within those 4 years, I could figure out how to keep it going past that, right? Like that's enough time to really establish yourself there. And you can do a lot with that. So yeah, I hope that's your journey, brother, because I understand the sentiment. I could never come back, and I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Shoot, I gotta go back because I got my kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll be traveling back and forth. But I'm gonna exhaust my 4 years and then do the permanent joint after that. And then hopefully by that time, my kids have been made up their mind if they want to come here or not. Because after that, I'm not chasing, because they'll be old enough to make their own decisions. So I just want to lay the foundation.
How old is your youngest?
He's 9.
Okay, you got babies. Yeah, that's real. So,
I got adults. My 2 oldest are 23. Doctor,
what up, brother?
Hold on one second. What's up, brother? Hold on 1 second, y'all. We got Will Jones trying to get in, but Will, your link is saying device not connected.
So that's the brother that was.
The one that had that conversation.
Talking about bricks, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. So aside, we was elaborating on last week's conversation about the best, the GOATs, the greats. So I'm gonna give you a couple of rundowns of a couple of the ones that I already said. Wayne versus T.I.
Look at his face. I already know.
You want me to say who I choose?
We already know. You biased.
Damn baby.
You biased. We already know.
We already knew that.
Okay. Teddy P and Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Y'all niggas
All
some
right.
revolutionists.
You already know.
Okay. And the other
Nah,
one,
man.
the other one,
Marvin Gaye sang sexual healing and what's going on. He
And
said,
what's
let's get it
going
on and what's going on. That
Yeah.
man said it felt so good, felt like he got sanctified. That boy brought religion into the sexual healing, man. Come on, man. Y'all playing games, man.
Yeah.
Teddy P all right in my book too.
Yeah, definitely. And the other one was I had saved a few of these because I wanted your input, but the other one I said was Patty and Aretha.
Say, okay, Aretha is the queen. But see, when Patty sang, if I only knew, what is it? Is it if you only knew? And she hit that high. She hit that high note. She sound angelic, man. She sound like an angel. Say, bro, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Patty with that one.
So like I said, I had some heavy hitters. I was gonna wait for you. So my first heavy hitter is this one: Michael Jackson versus Prince.
Michael Jackson.
See,
I'm talking booty out Prince.
Say, bro.
Where you got it like that?
High heel wearing Prince. I gotta go with Prince, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta go with Prince.
I'm going with Prince all day.
Yeah, I gotta go with Prince. I like Mike, bro. We all grew up on Mike. My children know Michael Jackson songs. They don't know any Prince songs because they're not suitable for children. But but Prince was a bad boy, man.
Prince was a bad boy.
No, Prince, his mind too. His mind too. And he did a lot of activism and stuff outside of just the music. Like he really fought for us, especially he was one of those first people talking about owning your masters. Nas asked Prince to do a song with him, and he said, "Do you own your masters?" And Nas said no, and he said, "When you do, I'll do a song with you." And then he passed away right after that.
Man,
but he
Prince made a song about a chick masturbating in the hotel lobby.
I was just singing that joint. I was just singing.
Hold on,
Prince was the man, y'all.
Prince
was the man.
Hey, I met a little girl named Nikki. Say she was a sex queen. Met her in the hotel lobby.
There you go. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a fire song.
Assad, it was one that I forgot to ask you about that we already spoke about. Scarface and Ice Cube.
Scarface. And look, ain't no East Coast rappers on my top 10.
That's what I'm talking about.
What?
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all from the South, man. That's why.
Ain't no East Coast or West Coast rappers on my top 10. Nothing. It is down south. And as Andre 3000 said, the South got something to say, baby.
Did you really just say no East Coast rappers in your top 10?
He don't mean that.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen, I'm from down south. Jay-Z, we didn't feel Jay-Z until way after Pac died, way long time, man. We was Pimp C, UGK, Scarface, our local rappers in New Orleans. Them people on the East Coast, like, I knew about them. I know Biggie's lyrics. I know Jay-Z's lyrics, Nas lyrics. But that stuff ain't impact us like T.I. That stuff didn't impact us like Goody Mob and Outkast. It didn't impact us like Scarface and Ghetto Boys. We were not like I'm sorry, I got a message. I was a hip hop head. I'm a hip hop head, right? I'm a rap head. But I know down south that wasn't what we was checking for.
Yeah.
Nah. Matter of fact, Nelly had bigger impact than some of them boys out your way, Red. When Nelly came out with Country Grammar, he was talking like us. We was like, oh, them people country too? Yeah, we like it.
But you do know Jay put UGK on the map globally.
Facts.
Man, listen, the name of the group is Underground Kings. They ain't care nothing about that. Do you know that Pepsi didn't want to do that song?
Yeah.
Do you know that Pepsi didn't show up for the video shoot?
He didn't show up for the
Huh?
video. Yeah.
That made them global.
I ain't gonna
I
take that
think-
away. It was a big song, but I would really say it made Jay-Z accepted in the South. And when we heard UGK and Pimp C on that, I mean, and Bun B on that, we was like, oh yeah, he that's a down south record when you listen to it. He took a down south sound, you know, and we know that Pimp C is not the greatest rapper on earth, but the verse that everybody started bouncing to, pulled, I throw it up, keep it lean up in my cup. Man, that rocked the whole. I went to a Jay-Z concert in New Orleans. And you know, it was the 444 concert. Well, you know, he did a few of his old hits. See, when he got to that part of that song, he put the mic down. The whole arena rocking, singing Pimp C stuff. Man, we have different idols down south, you know, different rappers that we like down south.
But y'all rock with Pac though, especially
Yes, indeed.
Atlanta. Yeah, especially Atlanta, but down south definitely. I think it's some of those rappers that had that crossover appeal. But I'll give you this: there was a time where New York was emulating the down south music when they had it, like when T.I. was at his height, when Ludacris. I wouldn't say now; it's all drill.
Drill, they on Chicago.
I don't listen to drill.
But New York emulates the Chicago drill. They have their own, Little TJ, all them. So, Pop Smoke was great.
You heard what Jay Electronica said? Jay Electronica has a verse where he said, when New York rappers was calling Southern Negroes lame, but then jacking our slang. You know, it was like, y'all remember when Outkast won the best new hip hop awards, the Source Awards, the East Coast booed down south. So we ain't never lost that taste. We ain't never we remember how it felt when the East Coast, not y'all, but when the East Coast was like, them country cats down there, they can't rap, blah, 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 blah. Now you can't make it a rap if you ain't from down south. You can't sell it off if the South ain't with you.
That's the same way it was when the West Coast came to the East Coast for the Source Awards. One of those awards, they got booed.
You ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. You ain't got no love for Snoop Dogg.
You ain't got no love. Yeah. And you know, I don't know if you noticed that, but Nas is the first artist that went platinum on a Dre beat.
I did not know that.
No, I didn't know that.
From the East
Coast,
yeah. Nas.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's the other options we got? Who else we going on?
Since you down south, UGK, MJG, and 8Ball.
UGK all day, man. I love me some 8Ball, Space Age Pimpin'. Man, I love some 8Ball and them. You know, they all came out about the same time, but it's not even UGK. It's Pimp C.
It's Pimp C. Even though Bun was a better rapper, Bun was a better rapper, but it was just something about Pimp C.
Presentation. Yeah. His style. And he said, I ain't no rapper. I'd make country rap tunes. You know, I ain't no hip hop. It's country rap tunes. Yeah. And it was like he brought the before, you know, everybody was trying to cater to the East Coast. You know, everybody wanted to be accepted in New York. You were not a hip hop head. You were not a rapper until New York gave you their stamp. And Pimp C was like the first dude down south said, I don't care nothing about your stamp. I can go platinum in Texas. My house bigger than yours. I got more money than you. My car's better. And I women finer.
He really felt some kind of way.
And and that's how a lot of Louisiana and Texas artists are. They don't care about those big contracts. They just do their thing in their city and the little surrounding states. And like you said just now, live as good as the rappers from the East Coast, period. Because they don't have all that overhead.
Right. Wendy Day from the Hip Hop Coalition, she said that when the New York rappers, they had the privilege of walking in New York and going to Def Jam studios, going to MCA, because all of that was right there. Down south, we didn't have that. Now we created Rap-A-Lot, we created the Cash Moneys and the So-So Defs and the Grand Hustles, but initially we didn't have that. So all we had was pop your trunk. This is my shipping through Southwest Wholesale and stuff like that, and regional sales. And I remember when Cash Money was local, they were selling 300,000 albums, like between well, not necessarily out of Trump, but yeah, between Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, they were selling 300,000 albums. They didn't need a major deal. So when they got a major deal, do you know that Baby and Slim, they own 100% of their stuff, and they just have a distribution deal. Like they have a distribution deal. They don't have they own all their masters. So Baby, when we talk about some of the wealthiest folk, they done sold over 1 billion records. Cash Money. Cash Money been on a hell of a run. And they went on a run, and look, not just because they're from my city, but they went on a run with the Hot Boys first. Then they had a whole new run with Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga, and Lil Wayne's time. That was a whole new run. And look, it's from their run that you produce Drake, who is, whether you like his music or not, I like his music, but he's the dog for the last 12 years. Ain't nobody outsold him. Ain't nobody made no bigger records. He the dog for the last 12 years.
Yeah. And who put Drake on?
Yeah.
Back
Wayne.
to his
Yeah.
Pierre said, am I reaching by putting Slim Thug in that mix? If you're trying to put him in that mix as far as like self-made, no, you're not wrong, because he's self-made.
Yeah, he's definitely self-made. Yeah.
He's self-made, just like Zero self-made, Bun B self-made, but then he got into Jay-Z lane and he's worldwide. Do y'all know Bun B supposedly have the best burger in the United States?
Yes, I found out recently his restaurant is doing really well. Yeah.
Before we left, we went to go try to get it. He always closed. So I was trying to figure out how you got the best burger if you always closed, dog.
Yeah, we selling out.
We went there 2 or 3 times. It was closed. I don't know who Chopper Young City is. I don't know.
That's the guy from Making the Band. He's from I believe he's from New Orleans.
The first one? Okay.
The first one, he was braid. He had braids.
Yeah, I didn't know he was still making music.
That boy South Creation said UNLV.
You know,
that's New Orleans stuff. That said UNLV. That's, what UNLV stand for? Uptown N-words living violent. Yeah, that's
yes.
I have no idea who that is.
Drake shouted them out in the song too. Doc, what do you think about brother Kevin Gates?
Man, yeah.
I like
Kevin, shout out to me, Muslim, so I'm gonna be very easy how I talk about him. Hey, if y'all, oh no, never mind. But yeah, I think Gates. I've been to a Gates concert too. Gates is like, he has like a cult following. Like he don't have a song on the radio, but everybody but his concerts are sold out. He has some songs I like. He has some songs that I think he just put together. So, but he is what he is now. I don't think he fake in any way. So,
yeah, I definitely think he's about that. I met him in Miami, and he was just by himself, no security. Shook my hand, chopped it up with me. He has his daughter with him. Just a very positive brother, peaceful. And I'm sure he's with the mess too, if you bring that kind of energy. But I like his lyrics, and I like how he went from talking about one thing to more being spiritual now, converting to Islam. His journey is dope.
I got one for y'all, and I might have to go because my meeting just started. But this one will take it out of the rap world. We're gonna take it to the R&B world. Tony. Or what's the band? You send me so no
What is that?
Mint Condition.
Tony or Mint Condition.
What I said.
Tony.
That's out of my league. I have no dog in that fight. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm on that Mint Condition, boy.
I see.
Ronnie know all the songs.
Please don't deny. The truth.
Look at the chats, y'all. Look at the chats. Look at the chats. Tony.
Damn, they
TTT.
all
Look at the chats.
The chat knows what's
I
up.
don't really know what song
Boy,
Mint
Mint
Condition.
Condition had some hits, man. Mint Condition had big hits.
They got, come on now, they got
I
Babyface.
can't
They
tell
got some
you.
hits.
Huh?
I can't tell
They
you.
got Babyface. He definitely got a lot of hits. Tony, Mint Condition.
Oh, I didn't know they had no baby face, but
come through vocals. I'm
they
trying.
had.
I gotta
What's
look.
that
I gotta
song
look
they had?
this up after the pod.
Oh man, you got boy. If you don't know about Mint Condition, man, I don't know what to tell you. Or Tony.
I
Because
know.
Tony be making some hits.
I grew up
Yeah.
on the Whispers. That's what my uncle was like. The
Oh, yeah.
Whispers, the Delphonics. Like, so I think I missed a certain generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarge, you gotta
That's
go.
like my old school.
In about 2 minutes, I'm waiting for this other person to jump on the beat. Then I gotta jump on.
Now
I
maybe
never
that
saw it.
era for me it would be like Casey and JoJo, Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
That's
dope.
like around that era.
Yeah, Bobby Brown, the king of R&B.
So I
don't care
never
what
said
nobody
that he was a part. I never said he was a part of
Of all,
Mint
of all
Condition.
time?
What I was saying is he wrote for Mint Condition.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he wrote for Mint Condition. Oh, but Bobby Brown, like, everybody want to give it to well, Usher making a good claim for it, but everybody gave it really to R. Kelly. But man, Bobby, you just don't remember how big Bobby was and how much he brought. Like Bobby Brown is not an attractive person. He's a dark-skinned dude with a funny haircut, but he made. You talking about his teeth?
He had that Gumby.
Yeah,
He had that Gumby.
Not the Gumpy.
But he had so much energy and so much confidence in himself. Man, that dude was out of control. I mean, and keep in mind, we look at Whitney Houston, who died as she died. Remember who Whitney Houston was. Whitney was Beyonce, or maybe not the singing and dancing Beyonce, but she was like a pop diva.
That level.
Super
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, she was level and he got Whitney. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how big Bobby was. It was
Yeah. That's a fact.
And he turned into a drug head.
no, man. She was on that stuff, man. Don't put that on Bobby, man.
I don't know, man.
We saw the
Hey,
movie.
yo,
We saw the movie.
Assad, do you know anything about this here? Because I don't know anything about this one.
Oh
Before
yeah,
you go.
Ebony K.
Yeah, I did.
Williams.
Talk
Yeah.
about she would never date a bus. She was talking to Ayala Van Zandt. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Van Zandt.
And then she went on the Breakfast Club to kind of defend her statements. But I guess she was trying to say she's a lawyer or something, and she's a high-level professional. She wouldn't date a bus driver. People have their preferences. I think that's part of the classism and the individualism and capitalism that's kind of been ingrained in a certain generation of folks. Because we really forget that our mamas and our grandmamas and our great-grandmamas used to help. They was cleaning white people houses and stuff like that. And we act like we highfalutin now.
Yeah.
I did a Facebook, a YouTube thing yesterday talking about my mama picked cotton, man. My mama was born in 1939. She picked cotton. I don't come from no Negroes. I come from some regular folk, so I don't necessarily agree with that type of attack on the working class, but again, it's her preference. I can't get mad at her preference. If she wants, she wants a suit and tie kind of guy, because I'm a suit and tie kind of guy technically, but I mean, I would never say, I ain't gonna lie, I would say I wouldn't date no woman working at McDonald's. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie and say that. Yeah, I ain't finna do that. Yeah, okay, let me go. She might be right. Ebony Williams right. Never mind.
At the end of the day, it's preference, man. And everybody is make their own choice. And there's no need to look at them, any weird eye, side eye. If they choose that, that's their choice.
How about to say some bus drivers are making six figures now? Don't get it twisted. It's just like the truck drivers, but I know somebody that drives the bus that makes over six figures. So I think it's a status thing too. I agree with Doc about the classism, but it's also a status thing. And I see this a lot in this generation where people, it's about who you are. Because to be honest, some people got the status and they don't even got the bread like that. They just faking, right?
Right.
But
watch this.
go on.
We owned a lawn care company, right? And let me tell you why my wife is my best friend. She would get out there and cut grass with me.
Wow.
Push a lawnmower, pick up grass and stuff while I'm trying to start my business. Her friend told her, her friend's aunt, let me not say it was a friend, her friend's aunt told her, I'd rather have a man who owned, I'd rather have a man who could take me out to dinner than a man, I'm sorry. She said, I'd rather have a man who could pay to get the grass cut rather than going out there and cutting grass. So I told her, that's like saying, I'd rather have a man who could take me out.
Did he froze for y'all too? I thought everybody froze. He froze.
It was saying
It came just when he was about to say the punch. He was just about
I'm
to
gonna tell y'all something, man.
Right?
I like
so, but
we didn't hear you.
You said
we didn't hear.
Oh shit! I'm still going out. Look like, can y'all hear me now?
No, you back now.
You back now.
Okay.
You were about to say what you said to her.
And I said to her, that's like wanting a man that could take you out to dinner and not the person who owns the restaurant, right?
Wow.
So, with that being said, to Khalees's point, it is about the status. The status was, oh man, they out there cutting grass. Not that we getting, we doing 20 yards a day, getting $40 a yard. You're not understanding the math. It was just y'all cutting grass. Y'all doing something. It's not that we had contracts with banks. It was that at the end of the day, you just cutting grass, and I'd rather have you dressed in a suit, but hey, whatever.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Sure.
Red ain't my best friend because she ain't cutting no damn grass. Red ain't cutting no grass.
Hey, bro, I got a soldier. I ain't gonna lie to you, homie. I got a soldier.
That's how he is too.
Let me tell you. Let me brag on my wife right quick, and let me tell you why we solid. I was out of work. My coffee shop, I sold it, right? Because it was not profitable. It was draining me of money. Lawn care business was shot. I was broke, busted, and disgusted on the couch for about 3, 4, 5 months. Not one time. We were going to Walmart, take $100 to shop for 2 weeks because we would just have my wife's income. Not one time did my wife say, I can do that all by myself. You need to go and get up and you need to try to do something. I ain't never heard those words. All I heard was words of encouragement. All I heard was, it's going to be all right. All I heard was, come on, baby, lay your head down, rest yourself. I know you're trying, move the boot. Oh, yeah, that's why I got a soldier. So, I got a soldier.
That's a fact.
I think I got to do this. Okay, Asad.
I got to go for him.
Okay, later, brother. I think a lot of us got women like that. I know mine ain't cutting no grass. I'm gonna let you know that right now. But everything else Asad said, mine is like that too. What you see with my wife is what it is. She got my back 100%. Just like Asad, I was out of work for a while. 3-4 months, chilling. And she never said anything bad about me. At least not to my face. So I don't know. But Ruben, you putting up some good stuff here, man. I saw Ruben said a few more things, something else. Should wealthy people marry each other in order to create generational wealth? Again, Ruben, you're talking about preference, man. I'm not in that status, so I can't answer that question really. But preference, if that's what you want, Beyonce's pretty as hell. Why is she married to Jay-Z? Ugly self. I don't know. Good example, right? I don't know. She might be married. It might be a generational wealth thing. Who knows?
But they also said that nigga hung like a horse.
Oh my God.
That can sway somebody too.
Oh my God.
How they
Oh my God.
I'm saying that'll sway
We
all
get
that.
ready. Yo, this podcast is getting ready to close, y'all. Oh my God.
why money or that? Why else somebody dating somebody ugly like that?
Look. Pierre, pause.
It ain't cutting no
Oh
down.
my God. No, not that part.
Yeah,
He's a wild boy.
hey, I just say what need to be said, man. I ain't scared.
Okay. What else we got in these chats, man? Because I had some more questions, man, but everybody got to go. Khalees dropped off. I don't know what's going on, my brother Khalees. Yeah, I know Pierre. It's load shedding, man. You know, we've been on for an hour. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up, man. Because Doc. So if Sister Adrian wanted to work at Mickey D's, woo! We all have standards. Exactly, man. I think it's preference. I feel the same way Doc feel a little bit. I mean, I don't make a lot of money, but I don't want to date nobody broke either. You know, then I got to pay for the bill all the time, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. I don't want that. You know, meet me halfway. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's preference, and I don't think there's no right or wrong answer. It's about the person. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't know anything about that Ebony person. Man, you know, my baby mama named Ebony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I do not like her. I hope she's listening. I do not like her.
So
Hope she listens.
tell her I do not like you.
Ever.
Say it to her
Yo,
face.
it was one, this one right here, y'all. And this will be our last one. Right here. That right there is amazing. Drew Hill and Jodeci. That right there. And I'm going with Jodeci. I'm going with Drew Hill.
Yeah.
Drew Hill got a lot of hits. And then you can go outside of it and just put Cisco by himself. The thong. Oh man, get out of here.
Well, beauty is her name.
Yes. Drew got a lot of hits.
That's Drew Hill.
And not to mention, we moved from Baltimore, so I was in Baltimore for like 12 years.
I was just gonna say you was biased.
No. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
They from Druid Hill.
Drew Hill. Yeah. And when I used to walk at Blockbuster, Cisco used to live maybe like 10 minutes away. And he used to come in there all the time. He used to like have hats down real low. Like nobody don't know who he is. He ain't but this tall.
Right, little.
He real little.
Blind hair.
Yeah, get out of here, man. You had a good song. Thong. Y'all had a good run. So I'm going with Drew Hill all day.
Jodeci was cold too, though.
Jodeci was cold. Very, very cold. Whitney Houston, Brandy, Tamise. Can somebody please tell me the significance of Tamia
She is
in
relevant
South
so
Africa?
much. She is so relevant here. And Tamia is not popping like that in the States.
No, I even had one. I wish the guys was on Beyonce and Mary J. Blige. Look at them. I even had that. Yeah.
Married.
Yeah, there you go.
Different generations.
Singing.
Because Mary J.
is soulful.
Yeah.
Beyonce ain't soulful. Beyonce can sing, but as far as soulful,
yeah. And Mary J, she's eternal. She keep on changing with the times.
Sandra, yes, they love Tamia. I need someone to teach. Tamia ain't that popular in the States.
Yeah,
Please, someone South African, if you can get on for 2 minutes. I'm going to put the link in the chat one more time. Somebody please get on and just tell us, what did Tamia do?
She stole your heart.
What did Tamia do to make herself so relevant? They play the hell out of Tamia. So. Okay, that's Asad. Asad.
Man, I'm out like I never left, man.
Asad,
Dude,
I'm trying to get someone to tell us why South Africa loves Tamia so much. Do you have any idea?
I don't know. I mean, she might have, sometimes people, certain artists touch a country. Can y'all hear me?
Stop, Mickey.
Doc Nikki, get out of here, man. She is not popping in the States. She popping in the States because of her husband, Grant Hill.
But look, watch this. Can y'all hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Listen.
I'm not falling for these nuts jokes either.
I'm sick. I'm sick of you.
She is disturbed.
Bring it.
She's
Bring
so
it.
disturbed.
Bring the smoke.
You was disturbed, dog.
I don't think they can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay.
You sick of who?
No, I'm sorry. Doc was on. Let me let Doc talk.
Oh no, all I was saying was certain artists touch different communities in ways that we don't understand. Y'all remember A. Marie?
Yeah.
Do you know she went over to Asia and was huge? Like, Doc left. Like super
She'll come
big.
back. I didn't
But
know that.
certain, yeah, like we like who? A. Marie, but she went over to to Asia, and she became like a superstar. So
I mean, I don't think we don't have a problem with Tamia. Just an FYI. I just want to know, why is she so relevant here in South Africa? That's it.
She might have come out here to a concert and it was fire and people enjoyed themselves. And then she came back out, did another concert, and people were like, I'm gonna tell you another thing that's strange that's related to that. I didn't know that Frankie Beverly and Maze was not from New Orleans, because that's how much they are in New Orleans, and that's how much New Orleans embraced Frankie Beverly and Maze. So certain cities or certain places just be like, man, that artist speaks to me.
I love Frankie Beverly and Maze. We saw them, me and Red saw them like 2 times.
Oh man, they come to New Orleans for Jazz Fest every year. They used to close out Essence Fest every year. New Orleans loved them.
Okay. Khalees not back yet. Doc Nikki, what you got to say?
I'm sick of you and your misunderstandings. If you're gonna speak on Tamia, you need to learn Tamia's songs and understand why she is relevant.
It's only one song to learn.
What?
Maybe two.
Okay, bro, let me tell you this. Before you speak on her again, your homework assignment is to listen to every Tamia song, starting with when she was on Q's Juke Joint. Listen, that woman's voice is like butter. Her voice is like butter.
She had a beautiful voice.
Beautiful. You said that like it was simple or something basic.
Oh, I just said it. Why you taking it any more than what I said?
Because let me tell you.
Well, see, I can't even agree with you, Doc.
No, you can't. You got to agree on the same level as me. Like you got your enthusiasm. We got to match energy.
What song did she have?
Really quick though, because somebody says "So Into You" was the anthem down here. Now, was it her version or the one with Fabolous? Because I ain't gonna lie, that's the only reason I know about her version. Because Fabolous is.
Close your mouth.
Keep it a buck, Doc Nikki. If that song was a hit when Fabolous was on it, I think she got big after that. Now maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't start hearing her solo until after he put the hook on his song.
Okay, so this is what it is. It's a generational thing. Y'all babies don't understand. So listen. Let me tell you something.
Doc, I'm older than you.
And your generation, this was before. I mean, after your time. So you weren't doing things that we was doing when this song came out. You was, you was in your rocking chair. But anyway, so Tamia really came out hard in the early 90s when she was up under Quincy Jones label, when he was producing songs, writing songs with her and everything, and she had such a jazzy her music early on was very jazzy. very smooth. And the woman is just a whole vibe. Her music is a whole freaking vibe. So I challenge y'all to go back, listen to her earlier stuff, the jazzy stuff she was playing. It puts you in the mood. So if I was to say, if I was to give Tamia a city in South Africa, what vibe she would represent the most? She's definitely from Cape Town. If she just smooth and just even keel.
White.
Easy nice.
Well,
She said Cape Town. I said Cape Town.
I think she is. I think she is biracial. I don't know, but you know.
I think so.
Why you see? There you go, being a hater. I'm sick of you. I can't wait to see you.
Hey, no disrespect, but I can't even remember how her songs sound right now in my head.
No disrespect. So you start with disrespect. Go back and do what
I'm actually been 110% like solid, real. Like I'm trying to remember it to me a song.
Really?
Okay.
Ain't it?
Like how it sounds.
So in.
So into you. Okay, so this is what I think your problem is, running, because when you was in those streets, you weren't hearing her songs because you was busy. So listen, what you need to do is go back and listen to her damn music. Okay. So into you probably don't know that it's Tamia, because her voice, her range, and everything is different on a lot of her songs.
How it go then?
Oh, baby, don't give me.
Yeah, sing it. If you can sing.
Baby, I had to stand up on this one.
Go ahead, give it to us.
Let's go.
Give it to me,
Let's
baby.
go.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God! Get out of here!
I heard it a little bit. Go ahead.
You heard it right.
See, that's why nobody don't know who the hell she is, because you're me.
Baby.
Serious.
But no. Okay. Hold on. Let me get you something. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
Why you gotta sing?
Why
it? Go
you
ahead
just
and
can't
sing it.
sing it? Just sing it.
Cause don't you hear this raspiness right now?
No.
Pause, man. She's
You
pause
sang,
right
you
now.
sang, you sang a song you listened to us a few weeks ago. If
Right.
you can sing.
It's the dust. It's dusty.
Dusty.
I've been cleaning up in the house and everything. It's a little dusty. Dusty.
Hey, Khalees, you was singing and let me hear it, bro.
So into you.
What is it? I really like.
The way
Really?
what
Like,
you
okay.
come to
I can't
Now you can sing. Now you can sing.
to you. Yeah, there you go.
Look at Dr. Side.
That was the best.
Nobody don't know what's going on.
But yeah,
Nobody don't know what's going on.
Hey, usually Dr. Side be spinning them verses.
Nobody don't know what's going on.
now give him Gerald Levert. He'll spit every bar.
Yeah, him and my dad, he cool with my dad.
What?
Gerald Levert.
Yeah, that's my pops.
They asking you to sing.
I can't deal with you.
Hey, Nikki.
Oh man.
Oh, they
Joe.
want you to sing
They
now.
put you on the spot, Nikki. They asking you to sing something.
Baby, listen, y'all gonna have to wait, because I had to. That last time I sung, I kind of, stretched my vocal cords a little bit too much. And so I can normally sing on command, but it's something in the air here in Texas that's just getting to my throat. I got y'all next week.
It's dust, yeah.
See,
Oh man. It's like my computer.
Let me
Look,
say it this way. You'll be at the party tonight. Tamia Joint will come on. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I definitely been to a lot of parties.
Hey, yo,
I ain't heard it yet.
How you pronounce? Hey, yo, let me know what club to go to, because we done been to several different places and we have not heard no Tamia.
But everybody talk about it though.
But everybody talk about it.
I heard it when I was in Cape Town at Mojo Market. They was playing Tamia.
Well, look where you was
You
at.
was in the white area.
You said she was Cape Townish.
I've been to Mojo's like 4 or 5 times. I never heard Tamia.
Did you listen to reggae? They had reggae night. Oh my God, that was fire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I recorded a whole bunch of reggae stuff.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
What's up, Verlisa?
I was in
She's still
Woolworth.
here?
Play Tamia.
No,
Oh, look at this. Look at this, Doc. Doc, look at this. Tamia, wow. Who knew? Nobody except Doc. Nobody except Doc.
Sandra.
Love that song. I was singing that. No problem. I'm in the car.
No excuses for Lisa.
Come on, Felice, jump on and let us
Right,
jump on. Let us hear that song.
Come on, come
There's
on.
a stranger in my house. That's
That's Stranger in My
That's
House.
the song.
That's
There's
the only
There's
that's the
a
song.
stranger in my house.
I gotta mute. I
Took
gotta mute
the
you. I gotta
world to
mute you.
figure out.
I gotta mute you.
Hey.
I gotta mute
There's no
you.
way you can be who you say you are. You gotta be someone else, 'cause he doesn't treat me like that.
Hey. Hey.
I see why you didn't want to sing. Can you keep cleaning up and getting that dust in your voice, please?
I did. Baby, look.
Look, now, nigga, all you need is some tea. Get you some tea, some chamomile, some
Yes.
ginger.
Look, I know this was for the fellas only, but I had to come on because you was talking some noise. But
You
listen.
know you're always welcome.
Oh, I appreciate that. I want to show y'all what I've been working on. Hold on, here we go. Let me show y'all this. Let me show you this. What this cam? You see all that? Packing.
Oh, wow. Packing that much?
Yeah.
How many bags you got?
Huh?
How many bags you trying to take on the plane?
1, 2, 3, 4 big bags.
That's just you by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, y'all gonna be
pay. We did the same thing. I'm gonna tell you right now. We paid $800 just for luggage.
Yeah.
Just for luggage.
So what I did was I bought an extra seat.
Okay.
Cause I was like, yeah. I bought an extra seat because apparently business class is bumping right now, and it's like a gazillion dollars for a seat. So I'm like, So I just get it. I'm sitting with the us common folks, the regular folks, spending time with the family and spending time with the family in the back, getting to know the cousins back there, and and I bought an extra seat. So that's how we're using the 2 bags for that seat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta book my flight this week.
Somebody said they traumatized and need a consultation.
I feel the same way you feel.
I was thinking y'all gonna be right there in Texas, Stace. We might as well.
I heard, man.
Right.
Yo, it's so much.
Hop on Verlisa.
It's just so much. It was like 2 or 3 mass shootings in the past 10 days in Texas.
Yep. And so I saw it on Twitter. It was crazy, man.
Yo, that's the American way.
So Allen is like, let me see, that city is like 45, 50 minutes away from where I live or whatever. And that area is like, I know that they shocked. They don't see no kind of crime like that at all in that area, right? So for that cat to come out, I mean, just smooth. I don't know if y'all seen the video, but he just come out smooth, no rush, and just started unloading on folks. And it made me think about the conversation we had about, being able to carry your weapon on you and stuff, because you just never know. But see, people, they talk big cash money here. They talk about, oh, this is Texas. Well, nobody be that ain't happening because we all carry. You're a reactionary to somebody shooting. You're not thinking, oh, you're looking around to see who's gonna, shoot at any given moment. This ain't gunslinger. Your reaction, you're reacting to somebody shooting, and that reaction time may not be it may not be your time, right? You know, you just got caught, and it's scary.
Wrong place, wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time.
You know, you used to be able to define the place that's the wrong place. There is no defined wrong place. Everywhere is wrong. Church, right?
School,
Grocery store, school.
Walmart. Yeah.
And that's what, when people want to preach to me about South Africa being dangerous, I just show them the statistics here for stuff like that.
Yo, earlier today, I think I told Assad about this. I found this Facebook page. It was something about expats in South Africa. And someone asked a question. I was told I'm going to move to South Africa, and I was told it's really, really dangerous. I want some input on it. It was about 50 comments. 40 out of the 50 was all negative. But it was all white people.
That's crazy. Crazy.
It was all white people.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I walk around here by myself, my wife by herself. No worries whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
You're right about that though. I actually spoke to a friend yesterday who is white, and I was telling her about me and Zoe's plans moving there, and she freaked out. And she was just like, "Oh, it's so dangerous, and why would you want to do it?" And the racism. She's talking to me about racism. I'm like, "Girl, you right?"
Well, you got to understand what happened with South Africa. If you compare South Africa to many other African nations, the 53 other or 54 other, depending on how you count, other African nations, it's the most developed. This was the white man's bastion in Africa. All of the other places he colonized, and he had governors who controlled it, but this was where they actually relocated and moved to. And the Europeans here cut themselves off from Europe, and they were here. This was their place. Cape Town was their jewel city. You know what I mean? And keep in mind, our country did not get on the right side of history and oppose apartheid until the 80s, like just a decade before this century-long process of racial segregation was coming to an end. And they only got on the right side of history due to world pressure and internal United States pressure. Like the people of the United States had to force them to be on the right side of history. So when this white bastion becomes a black-led democracy, they are seeking for it to fail. They are hoping for it to fail. The West, the United States, right? So there's no way that they can point to this nation full of infrastructure, full of similar amenities as the United States, and say it's successful. Because to admit that is to admit Black success. To admit, I was watching Steve Biko do an interview. This is in the 70s. And the European man, who's a legitimate journalist, was asking him very important questions. And one of the questions he asked, he said, well, what do you say to the people who say that Black people are just not ready to run their own nation? They just have not reached that level of civilization. That's in the 70s, right? That was the thought, that was considered a legitimate question in the 70s. So to have a democracy led by a world-class, first-class democracy led by Black people, that is an affront to white supremacy in many ways. So they have to demean it, right? We don't want to belittle the fact that crime exists in South Africa. There is crime in South Africa. But my point is that if you compare crime in South Africa to the places where we live, right? The places where majority of Americans actually live, East Coast, down south, West Coast, right? If you compare those numbers, any city that you find a majority of Black folks, South Africa can't touch in terms of homicide rates, in terms of violent crime rates, right? So maybe our perception has just been skewed, and people who live in very, very peaceful societies and neighborhoods, crime is out of control in South Africa. But if your ass is from Atlanta, if you from Dallas, if you from New Orleans or East St. Louis or Houston, Baltimore, Chicago, Yeah, this ain't nothing to you. And that's what the data says. This ain't nothing to you. So, but that's why they have to paint it in such a negative picture. They have to always, everything you read about South Africa is negative. Everything. You Google South Africa.
I was a government contractor in Iraq in 2012. And my roommate was from Louisiana, from Shreveport.
That's not really us. Don't put them people with us.
But it's Louisiana though. It's Louisiana though. and
they're really East Texas. But go ahead.
And what he told me was, he said, as far as segregation, and I had no idea because I'm from the East Coast. He said we just got out of segregation in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you got to be joking, man. Get out of here. I had no idea it was still like that just 20 years before meeting this guy.
You know, the last segregated school in the United States integrated in 2016. That was in Mississippi. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where they trying to do that new Jim Crow ass stuff currently.
Wow.
If
We
you
met
if you really look at the statistics with the majority of black students, what type of schools, the majority of public school students, right? Black public school students, we still in segregated schools. Black people go to schools 95% black. White people still go to school 95% white. You only find rarely find schools that are truly integrated with, you know, an even amount of an amount of racial diversity that is reflective of the demographics at that time. Very rarely do you find that. They still got school. They still got all the schools named for Lincoln or Booker T. Washington. Them all black schools, right? Mm-hmm. And white people still go to George Washington, and they go to John Adams and all the types of. You can see this stuff. Racial segregation is so real in the United States. You got places, and I'm sure in your hometowns you have them, but you have places in New Orleans that have one street with two names. One street, two names, so that white folk can live on Gentilly Boulevard and black folk can live on Chef Mentor Highway.
Wow. Different sides of the streets. Yeah.
Different sides of the street. Yeah.
Never saw that.
Yeah. Like the intersection will say, if you get to the intersection, right way will be one name, the left way will be another name.
Yeah.
Never saw that.
Yeah. We spoke to a lady, Ronnie got his place. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. But he got his place and he's renting from an Indian lady that grew up in South Africa. And she told us her struggle here in South Africa, man. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow on our podcast. But it's crazy, man.
We look forward to it. So here it's Martin Luther King Boulevard, right? And it's always that about, you know, anywhere it's Martin Luther King Boulevard, it's usually
it's the hood.
Yeah.
So what they did was they renamed it Obama Boulevard, but that's like South LA, like around where Nipsey Hussle shop is and all that. Now, when you get up to near Beverly Hills and Melrose, it's called Rodeo.
Wow.
They switched the whole thing. Yeah, so
it's the same road.
They don't want
the same road, just changes on the good side of town.
Yep. When you hit that, that's where Kim Kardashian, that's where all the people go and shop, and it's Gucci and so they don't want that there. But when you cross over, it goes back to Obama Boulevard. So that's still happening.
Wow.
So over here, same thing. We got Malcolm X Boulevard, Martin Luther King. They like right next to each other, but they're in South Dallas, right? And so technically considered like the more impoverished areas, the more black areas or whatever, right? And so I was surprised that I came across a highway called Rosa Parks, right? And I was like, what? Rosa Parks got a highway out here? Yo, it's in the middle of nothing. Like, there's no homes, no nothing around. it's just like a mile. They just said, let's just give her this one stretch, and it ain't nothing around. And I'm like, I be damned. So it's you don't see black activists or streets named after black pioneers in white affluent areas. You're not going to see that at all.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, we have a problem both in South Africa as well as in the United States, still having streets named after racists and white supremacists, right? I didn't know who Jan Smuts was until I looked it up. And I was like, oh, and you know, Jan Smuts is a major street up here, right? So I'm like, man, why they still got that name? But we still have names. In New Orleans, one of the major streets used to be Robert E. Lee. They recently changed that name to Allen Toussaint, an African American from New Orleans. But I mean, when I say they recently changed it, that was last year. Like they were changing the street signs and stuff like that. We had Lee Circle, right? For Robert E. Lee, the Daughters of the Confederacy went around erecting these monuments to slaveholders and generals from the American Civil War, from the what do you call it, the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Right? So when you go throughout this, and then you have places in New York with those names. You'd be like, well, why would these people in New York have a name after a Confederate? Y'all wasn't even part of the Confederacy. But what it is symbolic to the white supremacy that permeates every part of American culture. There is just a very strong residual group of people who have this kind of residual connection to a time when they could control Black people, when Black people knew their place and had a place, and they want that back in many ways. I don't think all white Americans are like that anymore, right? I think the younger ones, they still have a lot of racism in them because the culture is racist, right? But I think they are moving just away from the ways of their parents and their grandparents. But the problem is their parents and grandparents are the elected officials. They are the police officers, judges, the DA. So, you know, it's still not good. And then that embedded inferiority that Black folk have, that we sit around and accept it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yo, we at 137, man. We probably need to get out of here. But I got one last question. I got one last question. You ready for it?
City that's the majority Black my entire life. Can you hear me?
It was a delay.
You breaking up. Are y'all all frozen or it's just Doc? It's just Dr. Assad.
Just Doc. So I got one last question and we can get out of here. We ain't got to make it no big thing, but NWA your Wu-Tang Clan. NWA your Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, man. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Why you even, you can't even put them two in the same category. Wu-Tang, baby.
And they're still doing it. I mean, out of NWA, Ice Cube is, but Redman. Well, no, Method. I keep forgetting that Redman wasn't technically in it, but
No,
Method
he wasn't.
Right. Nope.
legendary. RZA still legendary. Old Dirty Bastard.
Ghostface Killer,
Ghostface.
the lyricist.
Here in LA later on this month, still legendary. So yeah, I give it a Wu-Tang. I give it a Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang all day.
Wu-Tang,
day.
Wu-Tang in your face.
What about you, Stace? You give
Wu-Tang, yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
For sure.
But real talk, Cube, when I hear him, he make me want to like punch holes in the wall. I just like get this ultra superhuman strength when I hear any song by Cube. He just make you want to do some things.
Cube hard. Cube probably got the hardest diss track ever. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline.
Speaking of no Vaseline, so
oh shit.
look at that Joker. Look at that Joker next to you.
with the straight.
I'm sleepy. These ain't my topics, man.
What's your topics? Bloomers or thongs? Is that one of your topics? Is that what you in?
Did you say booties and thongs?
I said bloomers or thongs. But yeah, that's his topic. You see his eyes open up when you said booty, so that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. We're gonna have to have a. You know what? I'm gonna have to schedule.
As soon as you heard booty and thong, he woke right on up, right?
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to schedule some sessions. Me and him gonna have to. We're gonna have to have a talk. We're gonna have to have a talk. That's a problem.
I was tired, boss. I was tired.
Yeah,
Okay.
He tired. Hey yo, they dog. He tired, but that phone ring, he gonna wake right on up.
Oh yeah, and probably put on a nice little smooth voice and shit, like he been up.
No, because I'm handling business overseas, man. I got important stuff going on overseas.
Oh, you got some important stuff going on.
I have to be ready for my phone.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Gotta make sure I'm straight up here and away from home.
Okay, well we'll talk offline.
Mm-hmm.
See,
yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna get up out of here.
Us too.
Best black movie for the culture of all time, Life. There you go. There you go.
New Jack City.
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights was crazy too. I love Harlem Nights. But I can go with Life. I like Life. I like Fences too.
Ooh.
But I say it's between Malcolm X and Belly for me. Because Belly had a twist.
It's a lot. It's a lot, man. Love Jones.
Africa.
Love Jones. That sleepy ass movie. Please put that on so I can take a nap.
Fridays was good. It's too many. It's just too many. It's too many to choose from.
Good in the comedy category, but I was thinking you meant like that was impactful for the culture. Because Friday is more silly. It's iconic.
Very silly. But this is the thing. If you take away the silly, it was hitting on some real stuff where brothers were being incarcerated for stuff that they did not do. And then the system was in play that they knew that they were innocent, but yet they rather kept them in prison to die than to release them. So if you take away the silly and get to the real, that shit was real spill. And it was like any and every opportunity that these brothers could have been freed, somebody was in place to prevent them from being free. And can
I have your cornbread?
Oh, you know, man, that line right there, boy. That line right there.
Hey, yo, someone said Dead Presidents. That's another good one.
Woo! As a veteran, combat vet, Dead Presidents speak to my soul. Yeah. Big time.
It's too many, man. Oh, wow. They digging in the crate beach streets. Whoa.
We going back.
I don't know about that.
Going way back.
We going way back.
Yeah, it's too many. The Blades. It's just too many.
Yeah.
No, we
black culture. We done.
Yeah, we done did it all, man. Our black people did it all. Y'all.
And
Ali.
And the movie Deezy. Deezy was good.
I never heard.
I'm not falling for it.
Deezy nuts.
I'm not falling for it. You heard me, I'm not falling for it. Later, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace from Khalees.
She try to get us again.
She try to get us again. That's messed up.
That was cool.